With the quarter-ton dredge finally in place,
Hey, John?
Yeah.
Here in a minute, we're gonna get together and talk about what we're gonna do today.
Okay.
Josh rallies the troops to make history.
As far as I know, it's the first time anybody's ever dredged for rubies in Greenland. And to think that you're probably the first at something, that's a rare thing to do in the 21st century. You ready, John?
Just got to get a couple of items together.
Okay, grab it and then we'll get going.
Quit talking to me until I get together, and I'll have together. You think I'm relaxing? Josh seems to be of the opinion that he has power over everything, and I don't really agree with that. It's definitely frustrating.
We need to get a lot done today.
Anytime that machine is running, we've got to push as much through it as we can.
Well, now's when that dredge pays for itself.
Absolutely.
So every pound that goes through that machine, we're starting to get at least some return. It's telling us what's coming out of these mountains and if there's other ruby deposits that are on our permit.
Yep.
So that's why this dredge is important to me. I'm looking forward to the fact that you're finally going to be able to do what you're good at. So let's get down there, let's get moving.
We're the first company to bring a dredge into Greenland. I'm the first person underwater, and we've got the first team here dredging, and that's an incredible feeling.
While the Red Zone team struggles to make progress in the impenetrable fog. 4.5 miles down the mountain, Josh, Chad, and John prepare to dredge the lower river.
Oh yeah, I see the dredge now.
It's gonna be exciting.
A lot of work.
It's gonna be real exciting. I'm psyched.
Well, let's get this frickin' thing in the water, come on.
Yeah.
The rubies could be flowing down from the Red Zone and collecting in the basin. Chad has surveyed the lower river, and this is where he believes they will find the gems. His dredge is the most important and expensive tool in the team's arsenal, and it must produce to pay for the steep cost of getting to the Red Zone.
If you'd have told me 2 years ago that I'd be here dredging, no, I wouldn't believe it. I'm really, really excited.
Nice. First pull. Keep going. Come on. There it goes. Look at our way down. Looking good, gentlemen. Looking good.
We had a custom dredge designed to capture rubies, sapphires, diamonds, any nice little gemstones that we may come across here.
Yeah, that's what I like.
The dredge is firing on all cylinders. The machine sucks up sediment and shoots it down the sluice. The heaviest material will fall to the bottom, and the miners hope that it's ruby.
Yeah. As far as I know, it's the first time anybody's ever dredged for rubies in Greenland.
We're dredging in Greenland! Now we're getting some action.
Chad and John operate the dredge, which sucks up sediment and rocks from the riverbed and separates out the heaviest materials.
Go, go! Come on, show me you're working.
Then, Josh sifts the material again to isolate any valuable stones and minerals.
Well, we got some pink stones in this pan. Sapphire, ruby, maybe garnet. That's a good sign. John! John!
You got it. Kill it. What's up?
Stuff in the bottom, it's showing a lot of pink stones. Some of it is definitely garnet. It's kind of got more of like a root beer color to it.
Right.
But there's some that is very pink and pretty darn clear.
Okay.
It's so small, you need a microscope to really identify it.
Micro's not what we're after.
No, it's not what we're after. How far are you from bedrock?
Based on what I'm seeing up there, 5-10 feet.
A lot.
Bedrock is the deepest point where any heavy materials like rubies will fall. Josh believes they must hit the bottom of the riverbed to know if any quality gems have washed down from the Red Zone. But so far, they've found almost nothing.
I think one more run and we're done in this spot, though.
You can't get any deeper, is that what you're telling me?
We're not dredging a hole. We don't know there's something down there, and there's no indications there's something down there, so we're gas hole. Agree?
No.
Does that sound right?
No, I don't agree.
Josh thinks he knows everything. And I just wanted to say, right now you're wasting time. Frankly, it just flat out me off. The point is if there's nothing in that hole, if we're finding micro, even if we're finding micro sapphires, is it making us a buck? No. All it is information, right?
It is
We
definitely
also have
information.
more information over here that we need to find out. We have information over here that we need to find out.
Yeah, but I don't like
We're
the fact
sampling.
if we quit before we hit bedrock, we don't really know what's in this river. We just know what's on top.
In my opinion,
Are we not looking for heavy material?
Yes.
Rubies are heavy, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
in my opinion, I think we're still 20 feet from bedrock.
John just, I don't know where the hell he comes up with numbers sometimes. He just says off the top of his head. And I gotta be like, what the hell are you talking about? Doesn't even make any sense. And Chad should know because he's the guy that's on the front of that hose and he's the guy that's dredging and he's pumping all that material through the dredge. John's not doing that.
I think we're somewhere between 5 to 10 feet.
Gotta be able to get to bedrock. We haven't found anything to get too excited about. You need to be much closer to bedrock to give yourself a chance of finding anything because rubies they're heavy and they're gonna have a tendency to drop down.
Below the red zone, Chad, Josh, and John search for rubies in the lower river.
We're out of gas.
But the massive dredge is losing steam.
We have no fuel here? How many gallons did you order for this entire trip for that dredge?
For the 9 days, they left me 10 gallons.
Is that enough?
It should be all right.
How many gallons did you go through today?
2.
2 gallons of gas? So we've got 8 gallons of gas left. We need to make sure that we have enough fuel. That's what I'm afraid of.
They took more gas up top than they're gonna possibly need.
Yeah, but you've already burned 20% of your fuel on day 1, right?
Yep.
Chad's miscalculation has cost them. The dredge will be out of gas in 4 days. Not nearly enough time to prove out the lower river.
We didn't even do a full day today.
Nope.
It doesn't seem like it's enough gas at all.
Every drop of gas is like gold out here now. Gotta beg, borrow, or steal. I gotta conserve it. I gotta push it as far as I can to get the job done.
To conserve fuel, the team shuts down the dredge for the day. It hasn't produced a single ruby, and with its inflated price tag, could be a 500-pound albatross around their necks.
This dredge has been a huge disaster, and I don't think Chad made sure that he had an overabundance of fuel to make sure that his dredge could run. That should have been planned out. It's just not well thought out. If we don't have fuel to run the dredge, we'll get nothing out of it. And we'll have had a third of our budget spent for no reason.